Hi there, my name's Adam and I'm the Blendtec Specialist here at Beyond the Bean. Today I'm going to be talking about how we can take the key trends from 2020 and apply those insights to your blended and cold drinks menu. If you haven't yet seen Joanne's presentation on this year's key trends, go and check that video out first and come back to this one afterwards. We'll pop a link down in the description for you. So as we've seen, the overarching theme this year and going into 2021 is back to basic, familiar, classic drinks. We're also seeing a rising trend in seasonal flavours making their way onto cold drink menus in the same way that we've had seasonal coffee flavours and seasonal hot chocolate based drinks. I think it's a great opportunity for shops, cafes and bars to get some breathing space at the moment and take a detailed view on how they can improve not just drinks but everything from training, looking at equipment and thinking about how to create overall efficiencies. Even getting on board with environmental issues such as reducing food waste. With that in mind, I'll be showing you some of my favourite back to basic blended drinks on this Blendtec Stealth 895 Nitro blending system. Now with this system, instead of using the traditional jar, you can blend the drink in the cup that you're then going to serve to the customer. This maximises your profits by cutting down waiting and cleaning times, keeping your queues moving, and hugely cutting down on product wastage. A bit more on that later. Onto our drinks menu. First up, Sweetbird Cafe Frappe is an all year round must. Super easy to make and it's dairy free, so suitable for vegans if using a plant-based milk such as soya, oat or almond. Sweetbird Cafe Frappe gives a cool, creamy coffee hit and can be made easily with a seasonal twist when pairing with Sweetbird syrups. If you think about seasonal flavour pairings in hot coffee, such as salted caramel or gingerbread, we can apply these same principles into our cold coffee-based drinks. Likewise with Sweetbird Chocolate Frappe, we can add orange, mint or toffee nut syrups to create flavour combos that remind us of those seasonal favourite treats. To switch things up in the new year with people participating in Veganuary and cutting back on indulgence, you can switch to a non-dairy milk and sugar-free salted caramel or sugar-free gingerbread, for example, neither of which will increase the calorie content of the drink. So making a cafe frappe in the Blendtec Stealth NBS is even simpler than what we saw in that video. We take our cup holder and our empty cup. We add the ice, top up with milk to 1 centimetre below the rim, add 1 scoop of Sweetbird Cafe Frappe. Now this Blendtec machine has a special blade attachment called the micronizer, which you screw onto the holder to form an airtight seal. Due to the fact that all of the ingredients are blended in the cup, what you blend is what you serve, and you'll notice a dramatic reduction over time in product wastage. If you've used the traditional jar system before, you'll know that when you pour the drink into the cup, there'll always be some product stuck to the walls and the blade of the jar, which you then need to take over to the sink and rinse out. But with this system, a quick rinse of the micronizer and we're ready to serve our next customer. And that drink's now ready to serve to our customer. On to our next drink, and we'll look at another modern classic, the Cafe Freddo. Made using just ice, espresso and skim milk, this one is more of an artisan style drink, similar to that of a flat white. To make the cold foam, we'll be using Blendtec's specially designed cold foam jar, which has a special blade to aerate the milk, turning it into a silky smooth topping. Cold foam is an easy to make, very high margin addition to your menu, which can also be used as an optional topping for any of your drinks, hot or cold. A great upsell, much cheaper than whipped cream and far fewer calories too. You can also flavour cold foam using 1 to 2 pumps of any Sweetbird syrup. For the finishing touch, a dusting of Zuma hot chocolate powder on the top, and you're ready for your customer to post it on social media. You can use the cold foam jar or indeed any Blendtec jar on the Stealth 895 NBS, but it does of course have its own cold foam attachment, so you can make a Cafe Freddo in the cup that you're going to serve to the customer. Simply take your cup, pop it in the holder, 150 ml of skimmed milk, screw the cold foam attachment on, and that goes on a slow speed for about 10 seconds. You can increase the time if you want thicker cold foam. Add some ice. I've prepared some iced espresso here, but you can use cold brew if you prefer. And some Zuma chocolate powder on top. And that's ready to serve. So we've seen two staple classics for all year round, but to keep your menu dynamic and interesting, it's a good idea to create a seasonal offering. Pumpkin spice has been trending for a few years now and continues to grow in popularity on the high street. You can take advantage of this trend by including pumpkin spice onto your cold drinks menu in the form of a milkshake. Sweetbread syrups and frappe powders are all cross-compatible, so by using this method you can create flavour combinations that you would associate with Halloween, bonfire night, Thanksgiving and of course Christmas. I think it's important to stress you don't want to overwhelm customers with choice when it comes to seasonal specials. One or two options is perfect in most cases. However, if your focus is on milkshakes and desserts, you could perhaps expand this. To finish off, I want to make my own Halloween spooky smoothie. Now I want something that's very visually bold and vibrant, and I'm thinking of Halloween colours such as orange, purple and maybe some red, like dripping blood down the side. Plus the flavours need to pair well, so it doesn't just look good, it also tastes great. For the main part of the drink, I'm using Sweetbread peach smoothie. I've already put some ice in my glass, so you just pour that over the top to get the correct measurement. Once you've done that, just pour it into your blended jar. I'm going to add half a scoop of Sweetbread vanilla frappe powder, and that will give it a nice creamy taste. Okay, whilst that's blending, I'm going to have my dripping blood effect down the side of my glass. And to do that I'm going to use Sweetbread raspberry puree. I've already decanted it into this squeezy bottle here. And I'm also going to add a dash of neat Sweetbread raspberry and blackcurrant smoothie in the bottom. What that'll do is mix in with the peach to add a sort of a curdling effect. So that's now blended. I'm going to pour that into my glass. I need to top it with something. We've talked about cold foam quite a bit, so I'm going to go with that. So again, we've got 150 ml of skimmed milk in the blender cold foam jar. And to make the milk purple, I'm going to add some Zuma organic beetroot powder. Just a teaspoon. Again, that goes on the slow speed for 10 to 18 seconds, depending on how thick you want the cold foam to be. Okay, so hopefully this will create a bubbling cauldron effect. You can see how thick that's gone in just 10 seconds. Okay, nice and messy. And then I think a bit of blood spatter on the top. Just take a pinch of beetroot powder and just throw it on. add a green straw for our colour scheme, and I think that's about ready to go on Instagram. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below to let me know what you think I should call this drink and what you thought of the video. Our contact details can be found on our website, which is www.beyondthebean.com. Thanks very much for watching.